Okay. Hello, everyone. I'm Dr. Sherman Green from Athens Land Trust. We're here today to educate you, enlighten you on how to start your hydroponic system and how the plants grow in it. I've been in farming for about 55 years and growing in aquaponic and hydroponic for about 20 years. So I know a little few tricks about it. So if you're beginning to start out, let's start out as the hydroponic. And when you learn the hydroponic, you'll more or less understand the aquaponic. So let's get to the system over here. This is no more than a plastic tote from Home Depot, Walmart or somewhere. Get you a plastic tote, get a good one because that water is pretty heavy, so it make it buzz out. Make sure you get the top that goes on it. In this system here, you can take a 3-hole hole saw, and cut some holes in any design that you want. You can cut some holes in it to put your little netting cups in. These netting cups are filled with nothing but clay rocks. These are medium for the plant or seed to stand up in, to support them. That's all it's for. And after you've done that, after you cut your holes in it, then you want a overflow pipe. I want that water to come up about halfway to that cup. So if I measure the depth of that cup inside the tank, then I know where to put this overflow pipe. All I want that water to do is come to that point and overflow and go back to my nutrient tank. This is a nutrient tank here. This is where you're going to measure out all your fertilizer concentration here. I always measure out about 5-gallon buckets until I fill it up to where I want it at. When I fill it up to where I want it, then I put my sump pump in it. That pump here pumps it up to the system. This pump here pumps it up to the system. That's your nutrient going up into your system. Once it enters your system, your roots, your plant, and your roots to the plant have access to the nutrient. At all times, it has access to the nutrient at all times. And it stays at that depth and that height in that tank at all times. So that means that your plant gets nutrients 24/7. The reason why it stays at that level is because of the overflow pipe here. I got it cut so that it only takes about half, come up in that cup about halfway. That's where I wanted that. Some people like it a little less, but I always have it about halfway. Some wanted it 1/4 of an inch, but whatever your soul desire, that's what you do with it. It works good for me. And in hydroponics, you're going to have to do what's good for you. You see a lot of things on YouTube and all, but start your system and do what works for you. Some things work for some people, don't work for others. This system here also have to have air, have to have oxygen in the water. So this pump, this air pump, which they sell at pet stores and everywhere, you can buy this pump and the tubing come along with it. And it also has what they call an air stone on the end. That disperses all the air around in the water. Some people put more than one, but I'm just demonstrating today just one. You can buy this at your pet store for your aquarium and put it down in your system. There's no particular place that you have to put it, just so you get air in there. That's good. As big as this system is, it's good to have two, one on each end if you want. But as long as you're getting a little air in it, it's fine. Now, in putting the overflow in, when you drill a hole, you drill an 1.25 inch hole with a hole saw. Let me get the hole saw. You get 1.25 inch hole saw. And you locate the hole where you want it at. Wherever you want that water to be in your cup, that's where you drill that hole. And then you put in what you call a uniseal. This is a uniseal. What that uniseal does is it goes in that hole and that pipe pushes it in there. It seals that water off. It won't leak out. There's so many different kinds. You got 1 inch up to about a 5 inch uniseal. These are some real for 1 inch pipe. These right here for 3/4 inch pipe and 1 inch pipe, half-inch pipe. So you have to put them in there, don't is a leak up and around the overflow pipe. And we put medium in those cups so they'll support the plant as it grows. This is called clay rock. Now that's one key to the clay rock I want you to remember. When you buy them, it comes in a bag or whatever, however they come. I want you to wash those rocks because they be real dusty and nasty. So I want you to wash those rocks. And you can put as many rocks in it as you want, or less amount of rocks that you want in it. But that's what supports your plant. That's the medium that holds the plant to make it grow upright. This is no more than a cheap tote from Walmart or either Home Depot. So you get the one that you so desire. Some people like them smaller, some like them bigger. But I'll show you another system that goes in this same tote that will work for some people. Some people like it, some don't. This is a closed loop system. You lose no water. It just recycles itself all the time. Some people call it a recycling system. I call it a closed loop system. The next system that we're going to show you, we're going to use the same tote, but we're going to use it as a floating raft system. Some people call it deep water culture. But we're going to switch it over and then we'll come back.